Chair recognizes Mr. Langworthy for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to express my gratitude to our witnesses for joining us here today to discuss one of the most significant failures in American military history. And even though the military operations in Afghanistan have concluded, we're still discovering that our American tax dollars are being spent in Afghanistan. Americans have lost too much in Afghanistan, and I don't believe that this body will stand for wasted tax dollars ending up in the hands of Taliban and other bad actors. Mr. Sobko, based on your high-risk list report, can you speak a little more about multilateral organizations and Taliban interference?
From our discussions with the UN, basically, and I think maybe the World Food Program, they're talking about the Taliban, first of all, issuing the order not allow women to work at NGOs, issuing another order not allowing women to work at the international organizations. We also were told that the Taliban isn't so much stealing the money directly from the UN, although they may be doing that, we don't know for sure. But what they're doing is that they're illegally billing or charging the subcontractors for the UN and other international organizations and then getting that money. They are also interfering by telling the UN and other implementing partners that they can't give money or assistance to certain ethnic groups. The Hazaras in particular have been identified. We have also been told that they are diverting some of the food assistance mainly to the wives, the children, and actually Taliban fighters, instead of going to people who are maybe more needy. So there's a whole series of those issues that we're being told by officials of the international organizations. Problem is, we're not able to get books and records from the international organizations or from the State Department or USAID.
Okay. I think it's just important that we understand how funds are getting to Afghanistan, especially knowing that wire transfers are restricted. Regarding your high-risk list report, can you explain the process of how U.S. funds are going to humanitarian aid groups and then getting to Afghanistan?
We're sending bulk cash to Afghanistan, and I think on a regular basis. Maybe the aid IG would remember the exact number. I don't know if it was 5 million, 15 million a week or whatever. And then the money is then used to go to the UN and go to the implementing agencies. So it's all cash, which is also very... You're always worried when you're dealing with that much cash in a place like Afghanistan.
Yeah, I can imagine. So we're not seeing that the Taliban is directly shaking down the NGOs. It's more through fees and other means that they're
that has been explained to us. They're getting clever at that. We don't know. They may be doing other shakedowns, but again, if state and aid don't answer our questions and don't give us the books and records, I can't tell you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Angarella, does the USAID have any ongoing programs in Afghanistan?
Yes, USAID has mostly humanitarian assistance, very small developmental programs, and to add on to what IG Sopko said, we do have current work in Afghanistan. We have investigations that we are working, our criminal law enforcement agents are working 4 cases that have come to us either through USAID self-reporting or the NGOs or implementing partners that USAID is working with. We also have memorandums of understanding, which are formal information sharing agreements. So we know how many open investigations the WFP IG has and how many affect USAID funding. So we are coordinating right now on 3 cases that are active that WFP is investigating in Afghanistan related to USAID funds. And specifically, what we're seeing in the interference of the delivery of foreign assistance, both in kind, is pressuring organizations to pay taxes and tariffs, intimidating some aid organizations to hire Taliban-affiliated personnel, and the preclusion of NGOs and UN organizations from hiring women to actually deliver the assistance and the programs.
Thank you very much. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.